What's up, NFL fans? Welcome back to the channel, Beavis Talk Sports. I am back again with my weekly NFL predictions video. If you're new to the channel, I provide insight and predictions for every single game, every single week, as well as identifying upsets on a week-to-week basis. Down below is my Week 14 record. Not too shabby, but let's keep the momentum going until Week 15. Thursday Night Football, San Francisco 49ers versus the LA Rams. The Rams had a nice shocking upset victory over the Buffalo Bills, and the San Francisco 49ers used the Chicago Bears as a doormat and pretty much gave them a belt to ass out of San Francisco. This is going to be a very close divisional matchup. A lot of motivation between these two. The Rams, if they win now and pray that the Seahawks blow the final few weeks of the season, they could potentially win the division and as well as get into the playoffs. The San Francisco 49ers still have a mathematical chance, and they do have to pray for a couple teams to lose out, but this would be a great start if they win against the LA Rams. Between these two, give me the San Francisco 49ers money line. Here is why. The last 4 times that the LA Rams were underdogs, they are 0-4. The LA Rams had to play a full game to beat the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, the San Francisco 49ers game was pretty much done at halftime. The San Francisco 49ers are top 3, despite injuries, they're top 3 in yards per play and opponents yard allowed. The LA Rams are in the middle of the pack in yards per play and bottom 7, bottom 10 in yards allowed. I like the 49ers motivational spot. They're at home. They know this is do or die for them. I like the spot for them. Give me the 49ers money line over the LA Rams. Baltimore Ravens versus the New York Giants. The Baltimore Ravens are coming off their bye, and the New York Giants lose to the New Orleans Saints. I like the Baltimore Ravens here coming off their bye, and they're probably going to use all of their aggression from that loss from the Philadelphia Eagles and give it all over to the New York Giants. The Giants, and if you're a Giants fan, the best thing you could have hoped for was that blocked field goal. Do not risk a tie. Do not risk a win. Lose out. Get your top 2 pick in the NFL draft. Give me the Baltimore Ravens money line. I expect the Giants to lose out here on out. Washington Commanders versus the New Orleans Saints. The Commanders are coming off their bye, and the Saints had a victory over the New York Giants. Give me the Commanders money line over the New Orleans Saints. The Saints will probably be in this game without Derek Carr. I won't be surprised if Derek Carr is shut down for the season with his hand injury and the concussion. We all saw how the Saints team is when their backups are playing. The Commanders tend to feast on subpar teams. I like the Commanders to get a win over here. So give me the Commanders money line over the New Orleans Saints. Miami Dolphins versus the Houston Texans. The Miami Dolphins defeated the New York Jets in overtime, and the Houston Texans are coming off their bye. I believe this will be a very close game, probably back and forth, probably down to the wire. Probably comes down to who has the ball last in this game. The Houston Texans, even though that they did come into the season with contender expectations, they have not looked too well the past few weeks. They lost to the Titans. They beat the Jaguars by 3. Since 2022, they have not won a game since coming off their bye. Since Tua Tagovailoa has come back from his concussion injury, the Dolphins are 5-2. They're looking to heat up. They still have a mathematical chance to get into the playoffs, but I like an upset here. Give me the Miami Dolphins upset over the Houston Texans. I like the Dolphins' motivational factor in this game. I like how the Dolphins have been looking. Tua is one of the best quarterbacks against blitz pressure, and I do expect the Dolphins to do whatever they can to leave Houston with a W to at least get their way into the playoffs and pray that other teams lose out. Motivational factor here for the Miami Dolphins. I think they keep on pushing and keep on striving. I like the Dolphins upset over the Houston Texans. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Cleveland Browns. The Chiefs defeated the LA Chargers, and the Browns lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have to say, I would not be surprised if a potential upset can happen here, right? The Browns have nothing to lose. They had nothing to play for. Jameis Winston is going to probably be throwing prayer balls all over the sky and try to get a W and upset the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to take the Chiefs money line. I do expect them to win this game, but I do like the Browns to keep it close. I think Winston could give them a scare. They can be a potential upset based on how Winston could probably get some lucky shots down the field, but give me the Chiefs money line. Don't be surprised of a Cleveland Browns scare in this game. Cincinnati Bengals versus the Tennessee Titans. The Cincinnati Bengals are coming off their Monday night game against the Dallas Cowboys, and the Tennessee Titans lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals money line over the Tennessee Titans. No faith in this Titans team, especially since they lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I have more faith in Joe Burrow than I do in Will Levis, and even though the Bengals defense is pretty much trash, I like this spot for the Bengals money line here. So give me the Bengals money line over the Tennessee Titans. New York Jets versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jets lose to the Miami Dolphins, and the Jacksonville Jaguars had a nice victory over the Tennessee Titans. I don't have a care for this game, but I'm taking the flyer here. Give me the upset. Jacksonville Jaguars over the New York Jets. The Jets season is pretty much done. Well, as a matter of fact, the Jaguars season is pretty much done, but Mac Jones, he still has a couple games left. This is his audition year before he get a contract, and I have no faith in choosing this Jets team as a favorite, nor do I have any faith just picking the Jets in general. I'm taking a flyer here, but give me the Jacksonville Jaguars upset over the New York Jets. Dallas Cowboys versus the Carolina Panthers. The Dallas Cowboys are coming off their Monday night game against the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Carolina Panthers lose to the Philadelphia Eagles. I really love how Bryce Young has looked in the past few weeks. He had a nice game against the Kansas City Chiefs, almost had potential upset over the Philadelphia Eagles, had Xavier Legette got that pass, but I'm taking the Panthers here. I mean, I don't have much faith in this Cowboys team. They're pretty much cooked as well, but I really like how scrappy this Panthers team has looked. I'm really impressed with how Bryce Young has looked recently as opposed to how he looked in the first half of the season, but I'm taking a chance here on the Carolina Panthers. Well, give me the Panthers to beat the Dallas Cowboys. Panthers money line. Indianapolis Colts versus the Denver Broncos. Both of these teams are coming off their bye. Give me the Denver Broncos money line over the Indianapolis Colts. I really like Bo Nix. To me, personally, I think he is the Rookie of the Year winner this season. His quarterback play has been exceptional. Big reason why this Broncos team and offense has had success this season. The Broncos have a very stout defense. Don't really have much faith in Anthony Richardson. I understand he had a nice win against the Patriots, but I like Knicks over Richardson. I like this Broncos team over the Colts team. Give me the Broncos money line over the Indianapolis Colts. Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. The Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Cleveland Browns, and the Philadelphia Eagles defeated the Carolina Panthers. This would be a very close game. This will be very gritty. I can see it going back and forth just a bit. The Steelers are undefeated as underdogs, but the Philadelphia Eagles are not only undefeated in non-conference play, they are actually undefeated in the AFC North. I like the Philadelphia Eagles here. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles money line. George Pickens is hurt. He has a grade 2 hamstring strain. Up in the air if he plays, but even if he plays or he doesn't, I just like the amount of firepower that the Eagles have. They might have some trouble during the game against the Steelers defense, but I like the offensive power that the Eagles have than I do with the Steelers, especially with Pickens up in the air if he will play or not. Give me the Eagles money line over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Buffalo Bills versus the Detroit Lions. The Bills lose to the Los Angeles Rams, and the Detroit Lions defeat the Green Bay Packers. This will be another close game. This is probably one of the best games in Week 15. This will go back and forth. The main concern that I have about the Buffalo Bills is they pretty much got decimated or shredded on third and fourth down conversions against the LA Rams. And when you're going against the Detroit Lions, you damn know they're going to go for it on fourth down if they don't get the third down conversion. So that's something to keep out for. Now on the Detroit Lions side, banged up defense, and Josh Allen can have an MVP-like performance here to get a nice victory over the Detroit Lions. But I like the Detroit Lions money line here at home. I like the home field advantage here. And I feel like this running back group will probably cause havoc and trouble for this Buffalo Bills team. And I do expect that there will be certain situations where Dan Campbell will probably go for on fourth down, and that could be the dagger in certain situations in this game. I like the home field advantage for the Detroit Lions. So give me the Lions money line over the Buffalo Bills. New England Patriots versus the Arizona Cardinals. The Patriots are coming off their bye, and the Arizona Cardinals lose to the Seattle Seahawks. The Arizona Cardinals have lost 3 straight games. Both of them have gone to the Seattle Seahawks in a matter of 3 weeks. And Kyler Murray has more interceptions than he does touchdowns in the past 3 weeks. I like how scrappy Drake May and the Patriots team has looked. No faith in this Cardinals team. I'm going with the flyer with an upset here. So give me the Patriots over the Arizona Cardinals. It kind of seems like the Cardinals kind of just let go of their season. They were at one point number 1 in their division. They're pretty much trying to dwindle down a little bit. I like the scrappiness for Drake May. I think the Patriots can keep this game very interesting. I like the upset here. Give me the Patriots over the Arizona Cardinals. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the LA Chargers. The Buccaneers defeated the Raiders, and the Chargers lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. Give me the Chargers money line over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have more faith in this Chargers defense than I do with this Buccaneers defense. So I like the Chargers here. I think the Chargers get key stops to slow down Baker Mayfield. So I like the Chargers here money line over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Green Bay Packers versus the Seattle Seahawks. The Green Bay Packers lose to the Detroit Lions, and the Seattle Seahawks had a nice victory over the Arizona Cardinals. The Seattle Seahawks are on a nice 4-game winning streak and are now going back home to see if they can get a potential upset over the Green Bay Packers. Let's look at the Seahawks for a bit, right? Besides divisional wins, the only team that they beat in outside the division with a record of over 500 at that time with the Atlanta Falcons. So most of their wins have been all right, but the only quality win that they really had at that time was against the Atlanta Falcons when they were above 500. And let's look at the Green Bay Packers. All of their losses have come against teams with a better record than them. And the last time that the Green Bay Packers lost to a team outside of their division was back in October. I like the Packers money line over the Seattle Seahawks. I do think that the Seattle Seahawks can have their moments against this Packers defense, especially what you saw against that Detroit Lions game. But the Packers are a very technically sound, well-coached team, and I do think that the Packers are probably pissed off about that loss against the Lions, and I do expect them to bounce back from that loss. Give me the Green Bay Packers money line over the Seattle Seahawks. Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings. The Bears lose to the San Francisco 49ers, and the Minnesota Vikings had a nice victory over the Atlanta Falcons. Give me the Minnesota Vikings money line over the Chicago Bears. No faith in this Bears team. They have yet to win on the road, and I believe they have yet to beat a team over 500. The Vikings are on a nice winning streak, and I really don't see a chance of the Bears having an upset here. Give me the Vikings with a sweep over the Chicago Bears in the division. Vikings money line. Last but not least, the Atlanta Falcons versus the Las Vegas Raiders. The Falcons lose to Minnesota Vikings, and the Raiders lose to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It is up in the air if Aiden O'Connell will play in this game, but I don't really think that matters. This is the game where the Atlanta Falcons snap their losing streak and get a W. So give me the Atlanta Falcons money line over the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders currently now have the number 1 draft pick in the 2025 draft, and they know that if they get a win or a tie, they are in jeopardy of not having that. I do expect the Raiders to lose every single game from here on out because I'm pretty sure that Shedeur Sanders' name is pretty dry on that draft slip that they have in the office. So give me the Atlanta Falcons money line over the Las Vegas Raiders. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, please give the video a thumbs up and comment below on your Week 15 NFL picks. Thank you so much and catch you guys next week.